Well, hello, it's Adair Palmer here and welcome to Friday Facebook Fix. It's a little bit different today because I am going live to you from my car, not in the girl cave today. I'm actually en route to the Holdy at Glenelg and I'm doing a presentation for Eve and about 50 gorgeous females for the Adelaide Ladies Connect. I've got, hang on, let me show you. I have got some stuff for people to do. Like, yay. There we go. Adelaide Ladies Connect. That looks like it's back to front. I don't know if you're looking at it back to front or not. But I am, so the dilemma was, do I wait, do I not do Friday Facebook Fix, or do I do Friday Facebook Fix and then get there late? Supposed to be there by 10:30. It is probably an hour's drive, and it's peak hour now, so it's about an hour's drive from where I live to the other side of town. And I thought, I'll leave a bit earlier, I'll pull over, and April's here. Yes, April, I want to talk about that. Bring April home, of course. So I thought, well, if I leave home earlier and I'll pull over when it's time to do Friday Facebook Fix, and then I will scoot off and continue on my journey. So I am sort of smack bang in the middle of the city right now, and I was lucky enough to find a 1 hour park. Look at this. This is so cool. A 1 hour park right there. And so I can, the parklands are up. There's a bus. The parklands are up there, beautiful parklands. I was hoping that I would, no, April, I was just saying that my presentation's at 10:30. So that's why I'm doing this in the car, Friday Facebook Fix in the car, because I didn't have time to do it first and then get across to the other side of town. So I thought I'd drive halfway, stop for half an hour, leave earlier, drive halfway, stop for half an hour, and then get across to the other side of town. So I'll be there right on time. So it's all working out perfectly, as everything always does. But what I wanted to share with you today, and I will talk about the net friending movement. And oh, thank you, honey. I'd send you hearts, except I'm holding my phone. I'm not driving, by the way. Actually, I should take my seatbelt off, but that's okay. Yeah. I actually learnt the little trick for the things on the eyes from oh my God, I can't even remember who it was. I think it might have been transvestite or something, but he was so, oh my God, his eyes look absolutely stunning. And I went, oh, I like what you're doing. So anyway, that's a YouTube thing where you YouTube's tutorials, and we could do that on Facebook too. If you are, here's a little tip, way off topic, but if you are on Facebook and you do anything to do with makeup or skincare or anything like that, do those tutorials, because the YouTube ones get hundreds of thousands and millions of hits. So if you could just do a YouTube tutorial on how to do makeup for hooded eyes or something, so there's so many opportunities on Facebook that we're just not taking up. We're too busy just posting products, photos of our products and our cats and our kids. But anyway, Roy, hey, great to see you here. Awesome. You guys, I don't think you ever sleep. I know you say you do, but I really don't believe you do. I have today, and so, oh, yes. Yeah, no, don't do it on YouTube. April's saying, maybe I should do an April 2.0 makeup tutorial on YouTube, the net friending way. Don't do it on YouTube. Do it on Facebook, because we are like, so I'm saying to, everybody, I know, well, YouTube's great. It's great. It's got a 10-year jump on us. But what we've got right now is the capacity to connect like never before. And it was funny because listening to the Be Live birthday celebrations on the 16th of October, and there's so many people saying, oh, we were on Blab and we were doing live streaming, we're doing all this sort of stuff from way back, and I'm going, oh my God, wow. I felt like just a total newbie, because I've only been live streaming since Facebook started live streaming, or even like after that. So not even 12 months, I don't think. And April's saying she met so many peeps on Blab. So I didn't get an opportunity to hang out in Blab, but I'm really, really glad that I get an opportunity to hang out with you guys here. What I had planned for today was just a bit of an overview of actually what I'm doing on for the, if not for Blab, I would never have met Roy. Isn't that cool? You know what, April? We are exactly where we're meant to be when we're meant to be there. And there's obviously a reason. I looked at Periscope for a little while, and I sort of hooked into some of the things that was happening, but I just, I wasn't ready, and I just didn't, didn't get it. I didn't really resonate with me, which is really cool, because now I understand when I'm going, God, peeps, you got to get out there, you got to get on live, you got to use BeLive.tv, you got to, use this medium. And people look at me like, huh? And I go, well, you're probably in the space that I was, 18 months or 2 years ago, and going, just not ready. Because if you're not ready, there's, being aware of it, and Roy will tell you this, being aware of it is the step, the first step to actually making some changes and becoming ready for it. Leanne, hi, how are you going? Leanne's saying, how many times a week should a business page who does not sell product but services post on Facebook? Great question, Leanne. I'm actually thinking the rule of thumb, and this changes daily, but in the inner circles that I'm in, the rule of thumb is between 7 and 15. Now, I remember having this conversation with Tina Shang and David Burrows, and because they run community Facebook pages that are actually connected to the community, and sometimes they were doing 200 posts a week. But I believe if you are products or services, more is not better. So if you are working on content and being a thought leader in your field. So, Leanne, I can give you an example. I actually, so exciting, and I have no idea what it really means, but I was just notified 2 days ago that my personal development hypnotherapy with Adair page, where all this started, actually made it into they said the top 125 personal development pages on Facebook. Now that just, I'm going, what? How does that happen? I don't know. I'm just gobsmacked. The whole point there, Leanne, is when I did my page, I deliberately didn't do it as I've called it personal development hypnotherapy with Adair, but I chose to theme it as inspirational. So it wasn't selling my services, although there was call to actions around, if you need some help, hey, I'm here. But it wasn't, hey, come do hypnotherapy, come do hypnotherapy, come do hypnotherapy. It was all around people being, my goal for that page is to inspire people to step out of their comfort zone, to stop, attracting addictive behaviors to themselves, to do things that are really going to enhance their lives. And I could do that by using inspirational posts. And so I would say around about 7 to 15, this is the figure that I've heard. There's no magic number, and Joe is here. Hey, Joe, how are you doing? I keep feeling like, April, you'll find this amusing, I'm sure. I keep wanting to click on the comment and have it just pop up in the below third. That's the using BeLive in BeLive TV. You can do that, but I'm on streaming straight through my phone and my Facebook app, and I sort of feel a little bit naked actually, because I'm going, where am I? But so Leanne, I hope that answered your question. If you did 3 quality posts a week, that is way, way better than 15 or 20 or 30 sort of half thought out posts. The other thing to remember with that, Leanne, is that if you don't have your target audience nailed, and Roy's waiting in here. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm just going to see more. I wish I could bring someone else into the conversation, but I haven't got that feature here yet. It's not, I cannot see it. It's saying see more, but Roy, I can't see it at the moment. There's, I'm not quite sure what's happening here. Let's go back to when you're posting content, make sure it's what your target audience wants to see, not what you want to post. Because that was one of the biggest mistakes I made when I started in network marketing. The biggest learning was I just knew that this product was great and I loved it and I loved the company, and I just was like this seagull. I was just crapping all over Facebook. And I just, so Joe's saying, great content is great, crap content is crap. Roy, I'm going to, if I press see more now, here we go. Roy says, it's not as important how many times your followers go through your content as it is your content goes through your followers. Beautiful. Selfie quote. Is that a one-liner from Roy? Roy's famous for his one-liners. So this is something that really is critical to remember, and Roy has beautifully woven that into that. Get your target audience nailed, because if you're posting stuff that people aren't interested in seeing, then they're just not even going to look at it. Then you can be posting 100 times a day and no one's going to give a rat's. The other thing to remember is if Facebook does sees your posts are overly salesy or promotional, what they'll do is they'll scale back the algorithms even further, and they will not show anyone. So the more you post, the less you'll be shown. So if you've got content that people like and they engage with it, then people are more likely to engage with it. Facebook will show more people, and then they will engage with it even more. I've just got to keep an eye on the time here, so just bear with me. I can't see it on my phone. So, Joe, can you ping me what the time is? Hang on, let's see. I'm just going to have to turn, I've got my phone on. Okay, let's see, 9:46. Okay, that's cool. All right, just had to turn the radio on so I could see. Well, what I want to do, I love that quote, Roy, it's not as important how many times your followers go through your content as it is that your content goes through your followers. And Joe, thank you very much. So you can give me a shout out at 10 o'clock. I'll probably talk past there. I can't. I've actually got to keep moving. So, but what I wanted to share with you today, as I promised above, up there, was 5 of the main problems that you get, that people face when using Facebook. And 3 main problems, and then 5 things that you can do right now to reach your business goals using Facebook. And I have spoken about this a little bit today, so there's so many aspects to all of this. It's like, how many ways can you slice and dice it? Because it's actually pretty amazing, the opportunities that abound here on Facebook. So the first one is you can't attract clients or customers to you. That's, I think, one of the biggest things, and that goes really what we were talking about with the before around how many times you post content, who you post your content to. The other one is you're not making any money. How to monetize what you're doing on Facebook. So this is something else that people go, well, why am I spending time here if it's not actually got any payoff for me? The other one, and this have to be by far the biggest one that I find, is that people don't know where to start. Some might have a business page. Some might be thinking about doing a group. Some might not even know what the difference between a business page and a group is, or how to go about that. So the very starting, where you start from. And I know many people who are using their personal profiles as to promote themselves in their businesses, but I think that, and I think that's brilliant, because this will segue nicely, just keep an eye on the time, segue nicely into the top 5 things that you can do right now. I've just got some little notes here. This is actually part of what I'm going to be sharing today at the Adelaide Ladies Connect coffee catch-up at the Holdy at Glenelg. So if you're here and you're in Adelaide and you want something to do this morning, come on down. It's at the Holdie. We've got 50 women coming along. Some might be bringing their offspring as well. And it's run by the lovely Eve Bal, and I'm going to get a name wrong, Balkyra. I'm going to have to be corrected on that if it's Ballycra or Balkyra. I will learn how to say it properly, Eve, I promise. So the top 5 things you can do right now to reach your business goals on Facebook. There are many things, but the top 5 things you can do is use Facebook as a powerful business tool, and all of Facebook. Now, many people I know go, I just want to use my personal profile for my cat pictures or see my grandkids or friends or whatever, and I'm just going to use my business page for my business. And to that I say, everywhere you go, there you are. You have to be you on Facebook. This is a different ball game because people connect with people. Now, I know Roy's got another one-liner for people, and I was going to say, people buy from people that they know, trust and like. Roy says people buy from people that they hang on, let me get this right. They trust first, then they know them, and then they like them. And that goes, and I like this because I was here with Roy and April having a conversation about this know, trust and like, and that just sort of flows off the tongue. But I actually like Roy's take on it, was where you inherently give trust first rather than withholding trust, because we're coming from a place where everybody is seeing the best in everybody from the get-go. So we trust people first, then we get to know them, then we get to like them. And it's in that order, which I think is great. So, Roy, that's one of your one-liners, 3-liners, I don't know, but it's a good one. I like that one. So using Facebook as a powerful business tool, you can use it. You can use it in your personal profile, but you can still be yourself. Please be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Just be yourself. In your business page and in your groups. And this is where, because I know people are going, oh no, I don't want to comment as me in groups. I want to comment as my page in groups. But like, seriously, nobody wants to talk to a business page. They want to talk to people. And if you haven't got a presence on your business page, I always say that thanks, Joe, yay, he's got my back. Joe's got my back. Way to go. Joe, give yourself a shout out. It's like, pop your business page in the comments, because that's awesome. And I should say, put yourself on your business page too, Joe. Because when I look at business pages, I look at for the profile picture, and when I look at people like masseuses and things like that, and I go, oh, it's a beautiful lotus flower, but I don't want to be massaged by a lotus flower. And for hypnotherapists, I don't want to be hypnotized by a lotus flower. I want to deal with a real person. So this is something where everywhere you go, there you are. Be yourself on Facebook, and your business is part of who you are. Number 2, stay out of the news feed. Now, the thing with this is you choose where you go. So if you want to choose, you can choose quickly. Where are we? Okay, quickly with that. Facebook will tell you what it thinks you want to see, and by and large it's based on your interests, it's based on the people you interact with, it's based on the pages you like, it's based on where you go and you interact on Facebook. But if you decide that you're going to stay out of the newsfeed and you choose where you go, then you can actually influence even further what gets into your newsfeed, and you can do it from a business head. So using the whole of Facebook as a powerful business tool, and then staying out of the newsfeed unless you decide that you're going to have maybe 5 or 10, 20, half an hour, whatever, at night time just to scroll mindlessly through the newsfeed, then give yourself permission to do it. But if you find yourself doing that when you're supposed to be working, you will lose seconds, days, weeks, hours, months, whatever of your life that you'll never ever get back. You use it. You're in the driver's seat. So just, Joe, for some reason, the name of your business page has completely escaped me. I wasn't going to admit it, but I have, so pop it in the comments, because I really appreciate you showing up, and I really appreciate you've got my back, mate. And Joe is from Murray Downs. And he does web design for people, and he also works from home and has does some pretty amazing things with the local businesses, and actually not so local businesses as well, because when you work from home, you can sort of, with digital products, you can pretty much work anywhere you like, depending on the time zone. So number 3, and we talked about this, know your target profile and post what they want, not what you want. So we talked about that already. I would suggest that you go to Audible, download a book called The Brain Audit by Sean D'Souza, and he will help you. I've been doing a target, I call it the avatar, and mine used to be based on a previous version of myself, but right now, after hearing this information from Sean D'Souza, there we are, Rebel Web Solutions. I keep wanting to press it and put it up in the lower thirds. Global dominance is not far away. Lol, that's good. I'll give that a like. That's so cool. And apparently I can pin the comment too. Let's see. Pin the comment. There you go. So your comment is pinned, Joe. Rebel Web Solutions. Thanks for showing up. I really appreciate you. Knowing your target profile, do what they want. The other thing when you're talking about content is live. Do live. Did I say do live? Do live. Because this is where it's so much more fun, and it's multi-dimensional. You can interact, you can have some fun. It's not just like you're in the grind and you're just posting for the sake of posting. You've got to think about some content. You actually develop yourself too as a person. And April 2.0, you've got that nailed. But April 2.0 will, I'm sure, share with you that doing this sort of stuff does help you level up and become the person that you're meant to be doing this stuff. I will mention a shout out to Net Friending again, but the other thing I want to do is say, be consistent. Think about it. It's like it's your baby. It's going to die if you don't feed it. This is really, really important, because if you are going, oh, well, like I don't feel like it today, or, you know, it's especially if you're planning live stuff, it's really important to keep yourself in a space physically and mentally. A 5-minute warning. Thanks, Joe. Oh, yeah, appreciate that. Keep yourself in a space physically and mentally and emotionally where you can keep showing up, because it's a roller coaster ride, and I understand that, but we really do owe it to ourselves and to our clients or customers to bring the best versions of ourselves. Now, I know that Roy says, don't put your best foot forward, put your foot forward. So be yourself. And again, everywhere you go, there you are. But I do believe that you have an obligation to make that foot the best foot that you can step forward, so that you can turn up, you can show up, you can function. So that's a little bit of a little lecture. Sorry. The last one, number 5 of the top 5 things you can do right now to reach your business goals on using Facebook is collaborate. Collaborate. Now, this is where, see up there, I've got the Net Friending movement. This is where, join these guys and show up, and you don't know what's going to happen. April and Roy are amazing people with some fantastic ideas. We're all looking for opportunities to collaborate, to form partnerships, to help each other build a internet presence, and a presence that's actually going to be sustainable in ways, and abundant. So together we can create a huge amount of abundance on things like for ourselves using this amazing platform. So collaborate. Now, April was saying yesterday she's been 23 years, I believe, in her physical job, and she is now ready to take the leap and do what she loves, what's her passion, doing it full time on the internet. And so this is why you see the hashtag Bring April Home. So join the net friending movement and let's help bring April home, because she can add so much value to everybody's lives. 23 years at the same job. Wow. And you still have so much to give when you finish your day. You have a child with autism who is now, what do you call that? He's non-verbal, is that what you call it? And she still is able to show up night after night, well, night for you and morning after morning for us, to be there to help people. And she's only 44. My God, amazing. You're a Wonder Woman. Join the net friending movement. Let's bring April home. The other thing that I wanted to share before I go, because it's down to the wire and I've got to get over to the holdie, is that net friending, April's saying non-verbal at age 7 and on the autism spectrum. Missed some of your show because I had to get him to bed. Now that's cool. There's always the replay. So another thing that Roy says is, when you are 2 minutes, thanks Joe. Yep, I'm down to the wire. When you meet people, and this is going to be particularly interesting because we've got 50 women coming to this network meeting today, and it's 50 beautiful women who are, and I've been to these before, I've been to lots of network meetings, run them, whatever, but I find that most people come up and they go, what do you do? They throw their business card at you and they don't really engage in a conversation. So here is a tip, my parting tip from Roy, and Joe's given me the 1 minute, mark. So my parting tip is, Roy says, when you meet somebody, because net friending is networking, but friends first. So when you meet someone, don't ask them what they do. Ask them what makes them tick, and then ask them what ticks them off. Now, that's a bit of a, I think an American colloquialism. I can't even say it. So if you're in Australia or New Zealand or on this side of the world, I would say ask people what peps you up, what gets your energy going, and what pisses you off. So Roy, that's my one-liner. A take on your one-liner. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Joe, I'm out of here. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. It's Adair Palmer. That was Friday Facebook Fix. Now I'm off to the holdie at Glenelg to share this stuff with a lovely bunch of women. Bye for now. Have a wonderful weekend.